Hey, hey, I'm so excited to be with y'all. I am going to start us off. If you're watching, make sure you're commenting. I would really love for y'all to be on Zoom if that's possible. Literally, you don't have to show your face or anything like that, but if you're willing to hop on Zoom, it just makes me feel like I'm not talking to just like myself. So I am going to go ahead and get started. Okay. So let's see here. Let me add this to our streamer and go ahead and press play. Here we go, guys.
Procrastination, is one of our worst faults. You have to agree, right? I can find a million reasons not to do something I don't want to do. It's all procrastination, but most of it comes from fear. So I'm saying to you, act without hesitation because action cures fear. And remember that the death of fear is in doing whatever it is you fear to do. Remember when you put your finger on that dial to call those hostesses you know you ought to call, and the first one is then finally, you get the courage to make the call and you hold your breath. And you know the first one who says yes, after that, you can't wait to dial a call. I know because I have been where you are and I know the courage that it takes. Remember, courage is a three-letter word spelled yes. Say yes. Okay.
Okay, so I just had to share that with y'all because the truth is, I often, what am I doing?
Live streaming can be tricky, and sometimes trying to find the right software to make your streams look really professional.
Okay, you got to go, sir. Sorry. Okay. Anyways, I just wanted to share that little video. Okay, meeting ID. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see if I can create a banner. And meeting ID. ID is. If y'all are willing to get on Zoom, here is the meeting ID. It's my phone number. So it's not anything crazy, and it's the same every single week. So thank you for those who are on the Zoom. I'm so excited. Hey, Trina girl, you're looking so cute today in your leopard. I'm wearing leopard too. Anyway, so if you watch the Mary Kay video, she talks about like how we feel when we first pick up the phone to call somebody and book them, and we're like terrified. And that she was even terrified like herself. And so action cures fear. And I think that's like a really big deal, getting into action. But first, before we like really get into my training, you guys, I want to do like crow time is what we call it. And it's just like where we celebrate what you've done this week and how your week has gone. Could be small sales, it could be you did some shares, got some recruits, whatever. Just like if you're on Facebook, you can comment, but everybody on Zoom, if y'all will unmute and just tell me like what's going good this week in your business. Anybody? Not everybody all at once.
Hey, Nikki.
Hey.
I sold 6 pedicure sets at the doctor yesterday.
You go, girl. That's awesome. 6 pedicure sets. That's exciting.
My first sales.
At the doctor's office. What did you do, Tammy? You have to tell us, like, what did you do? Like, mention that you're doing Mary Kay. Like, give me the 411.
They just asked me what I've been up to lately.
Okay.
Because I've been going to them for a while. And I told them I started my Mary Kay business. just started, and I had this great new product, which was for the feet and pedicure. And I said, see, my heels are dry, so I'm going home and I'm going to try mine as soon as it gets here. And they're like, oh, we got to see it. We got to have it. So, yeah.
Yay, that's so exciting. You go, girl, just talking about it. That's awesome. Anybody else got something fun they want to share? Trina, you've been selling bouquets of products, girl. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I had six new orders, 6 customers.
Yay! Just from your debut.
Mm-hmm.
And
From a debut.
are they using skincare?
Yes.
Skincare customers are what you want,
Mhm.
because that reorder business, for one, we make a lot more money when we sell skincare versus just a couple foundations. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So
Yeah.
it's so exciting. I'm excited for you. Any other good stuff? She said, no, girl, I'm just here.
I did want to note, I had been invited to a Mary Kay party with, some of the people that I had worked out with. So I went on Saturday, but I pulled the rep aside and was like, hey, I just want to let you know, I just started my business, etc. I'm here to learn and just see what's going on. And she was so super nice and took time afterwards to show me a couple of things. She gave me some mirrors and a little foundation matcher. I mean, it was really finding a sister and a mentor at the same time. It was really, really great.
That is so good. Did you get her name?
Yes.
I would love to, if you have her number or something, I'd love to send her a card and just say thank you for treating my girl like her girl,
Yeah, and she even was like, if you need product, if you're in a pinch, let me know.
Oh my gosh.
And she actually I had an order last night for cream to powder foundation that is out of stock on the website, and she had it, so she let me buy it wholesale from her for the customer. So
yes, cream to powder for some reason is hard to put her hands on right now. I don't know what the deal is. So yay, I'm glad you got that.
Yes.
Crystal is brand spanking new, seriously signed up 5 days ago. So Crystal, you want to unmute and tell us what's going good? What's going good? We ain't even done a party yet, y'all.
Hi.
Hey, girl.
Well, I just signed up and I'm looking forward to doing some more talking and setting up a party.
Woo woo! I'm excited. Crystal, we've been trying to get Crystal to sign up for 3 months, and she finally said yes. So we excited. Be careful. Oh, whoops, missed that. So, okay, guys. So let's see. What I want to talk to y'all about tonight is probably common sense, okay? But I feel like just kind of sharing what I do with my people, I think is important. And customer service, y'all, I have customers that have stuck with me for, since day one when I didn't know what I was doing. And I think, coming from a background of waitressing and stuff like that, customer service has always really meant a lot to me anyways. But I just want to talk about building customers for life and keeping customers, because the deal is, in Mary Kay, we don't share people. Okay. Once they're our customer, they're our customer. Okay. And so we don't want people to just go to somebody else. We want them to stay with us. And so when you make your customers feel appreciated and important, they will come back to you over and over and over again. Okay. Even when money gets tight, she'll still reach out to her consultant. That's just the way it is. As long as you give her the service she deserves. Okay. So what sets us apart from your typical beauty counter in the mall or whatever, is our personalized customer service. And the other thing too that I think sets us apart is that connection, okay, that she has with us, that communication. Okay, how's your skin doing on this? Are you liking your products? And then really like our 100% satisfaction guarantee for our customers, I think is a big deal. Have y'all ever, before Mary Kay, have you ever bought something and it was not something that you okay, can I just be honest? I totally used a moisturizer before Mary Kay. I mean, like a big jar of moisturizer. And I'm like a grease monkey, okay? Like I got oil on my face always. Um, and this cream was like so thick. I used it one time, but I spent $70 on the daggum cream and I refused to throw it away because I felt like I was throwing money away, but I never used it. And it was from one of the counters in the mall, and, like, I thought, "Oh gosh, this is gonna be the best cream," but it made me feel cakey, you know? Have y'all ever bought something you just, like, did not want it anymore or you were very disappointed? And then most, not all, but most cosmetic companies, you don't get that. You can exchange it for something else or, nobody followed up with me on the product, so I couldn't just say, "Hey, yeah, I didn't like it." You know what I mean? So in Mary Kay, it's so much more personalized. And then also, she has that satisfaction guarantee where we can exchange it for something of the same value. And then Mary Kay just give us that product back. You know what I mean? So we don't lose out on any money or any product. And so I think that's a big deal. And I always try to let our customers know, like, I want you to be happy with Mary Kay product. I don't want it to go in your drawer full of crap that we all have that we're never going to use. You know what I mean? Because we all got that drawer in the bathroom. Um, so from the moment you meet somebody, you are building a relationship. Okay. For real. Like, I know when you first come in, you're really talking to your friends and family, and like, yeah, those people will probably stay with you because they're your friends and your family. But what about when you meet people that never knew you before? You know? My goal is always to make sure somebody likes me. Because if I can sell her on me, I can sell her on Mary Kay. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? So, we're not just an aisle in the store. Um, what else was I going to say about that? So, I just want to tell you guys just some of my favorite tips on like how to create or have really great customer service. Okay. So let's see, how many did I put? 7 tips. 7 tips. Okay. The number of completion. Okay. So number 1 is listen to your customer and her needs. If you say, "Hey girl, tell me about your skin," really listen. Okay. If she says, I'm oily, but I tend to get bumps, here and there, or I really hate my splotchiness or whatever. Okay. If you really understand what she's wanting to change in her skin, I think it's easier to don't just assume everybody needs just time wise because not everybody needs just time wise. She might need to be on botanicals because her skin is so freaking sensitive, she can't handle anti-aging. Okay. So communicate with her and talk to her about that. Ask her questions. Um, Ask her, what are your concerns on your skin? And when you listen to her, you can recommend products based on that. Okay. So number 2. Now this one is like I'm a stickler on this. Okay. Number 2 is deliver her products in a timely fashion. Okay. Um, when shipping products, I like try to make sure I send her some kind of shipping info or screenshot. The Mary Kay, like if you do customer delivery service, Mary Kay will email her, but if she didn't put in her email or you don't have her email, it won't, you know. So, but it will email you once it ships and send that tracking. So I always try to screenshot that and forward that to her just in case. Okay. Because I want her to know, like, your products went out, like, we're doing everything we can, whatever. The other thing is if she's local, y'all, I think this is another reason why I think having some products on hand is important. Because our biggest competitor is convenience. Okay, our biggest competitor is convenience. We live in a world where women want it right now. Okay, Amazon, like, who wants to wait on Amazon for 2 days? I don't. I get mad when they tell me it's gonna be 3 days. Okay? So, I mean, I'm just being honest. Instacart, you can order your groceries, they can be delivered on the same day. Okay? Um, the other thing is, I don't know about you, okay, I keep full inventory over there in my little cube organizers. And it's in the my bedroom's right there, and then my stock is over there. And y'all, I still am the girl who waits till the last drop is gone before I even go and grab another one. Y'all do that? Like, I'll be on my last bit of conditioner before I go buy some shampoo. Okay? Like, for real, gotta wash my hair tonight, so I'm gonna stop by the store. You know what I mean? So your customers are gonna do that too. They are not gonna order ahead of time. Okay. Very few women stock up on their product. They order as needed. And so they don't want to have to wait. So be sure that you're delivering her product to her. I always say my customers that are local, we try to do by the next day or 2 days. Okay. And if it's going to be longer than that for some reason, like the end of the month is always crazy for me and I'm restocking a lot of product. And so waiting on those shipments to come in, that's usually the time that I just am like, hey, I'm waiting on your product. It's supposed to deliver on this day, and then I'll either deliver it that day or tomorrow. You know what I mean? So communicate. If you don't have it right then and there, tell her when she's getting it. Okay. And so, products can take up to a week to 2 weeks, just depending on what day that you order. So having that product on hand, I think, is critical. Now, the other thing, y'all, is over, what is it? You need to basically tell her, if you tell her it's going to be here on Friday, but you deliver on Wednesday, I think that's good customer service. Does that make sense? Whereas you don't want to tell her it's going to be here on Friday and then you don't bring it to you Saturday or Sunday. You know, I can't remember over and under. I can't remember how I used to word that, but y'all get the gist. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Number 3, make her feel special. Now, this one is like my favorite, okay, because I love to doll stuff up and make it so cute. I love to do little inserts. Um, Trina, did you ever get a package for me? No, you became a consultant. You just were like, yeah, I'll order my own stuff at a discount. That just makes sense. Crystal got a products for me in a box. Yes? Crystal, you there, girl? I make
Yes, I did. And they are amazing. My daughter got her stuff and she actually shipped it separate from mine. So my daughter actually felt very special getting her own package and her own little samples that you send.
So Crystal ordered the botanicals for her daughter. And her daughter's like 9 or maybe
She's 8.
8. Okay. So I was like, I'm going to ship it separately so that she has her own box to open. And it was just fun. And yeah, it cost me more shipping, but it just meant more to her. You know what I mean? So, when you're dropping off the order, you want to make sure she feels like she's most important girl in the office if you're dropping it off at her work. So it needs to be a cute gift bag with some tissue, doll it up. I always put, and that kind of brings me to my next point, but I do lots and lots and lots of samples. Okay. I oversample it because for one, I'll come at it samples, but put her products in a bag. Plastic bags are fine. I just think when y'all go to Victoria's Secret, Victoria's Secret is like higher end underwear. Okay, pretty much. That's what people think of when they think of Victoria's Secret. It comes in a gift bag with tissue. They wrap your underwear up in tissue paper. You know what I'm saying? So we want to be that for cosmetics. Okay. She can go to the store and get a plastic bag for her product, okay? So make it cute. If it's, sometimes if it's her birthday anniversary or some kind of celebration. I have a customer who just retired from the National Guard. And I seen her pictures of her retirement ceremony. And so I've already made a note in my calendar to mail her something for her retirement. So I think doing stuff like that is over the top, makes them feel special. Okay. You can add a balloon or a flower. She will feel appreciated, and all of her coworkers, first of all. Her coworkers are gonna be like, "What is in that bag?" And like, "What did she just bring you?" You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be nosy. Okay, let's be honest. All office girls be like, "What you got in there? I want to see." So, it's a big deal. Okay, I think our girl Tracy the other day, or was it Raquel? Was it no? Okay, what? Oh,
It was actually the both of us.
it was both of you.
Yeah, so I had my story when I told you when I went to meet with my new person, but she has a similar story where she went to go deliver something and all the girls were like, "Ooh, what do you have?"
She dropped it off at the counter, and like the girl was busy, but all of her coworkers like swarmed around and was like, "What is that?" So it's a big deal. Okay, number 4, include samples and gifts. Okay, and that was kind of what I was talking about, but customers love samples. Okay, I love samples. If you give me a sample of something, I'll be like, "Oh, what is this?" My Scentsy girl, where I buy wax and stuff from, she puts samples in my bag, and it makes me so excited to smell something new, or you know what I'm saying? So if you give her something in a sample form that she's never tried before, I mean, I get excited, so I'm sure she does too. Free gifts with purchase. So I order in bulk. We have many hand creams. Okay. I think you can get, it's like 10 or 15, something like that, in a bag for $8. I order those in bulk because they're like little miniature hand creams, perfect for your purse. And I put them in a cello bag and a sticker that says gift for you. And you can also get body scrub, body lotion, body wash. I think those are $1 a bottle. They're a little bit more, but still so stinking cute. Okay. Some wholesale items that I like to do for gifts, because I love to buy gifts that count for my goals. Like the wholesale and stuff counts for all my prizes that I want for Mary Kay. So I always try to get the cheapest type. So you can do eyeshadows. Those are only $4. So just depending on how much she spends. Okay. Obviously, don't give her an eyeshadow if she only spent $15 with you. Okay. Give her a hand cream or something. But I've also done the beauty blotters. If she's an oily girl, beauty blotters I think are $3. And then you'll also see section 1 discounted or discontinued or something like that on there. It's like it's separated. Okay, it's still on the order screen, but it's on its own little link. And that stuff is like on sale. And they also have pink sale. So it's like discontinued products that you could grab at a discount, like even more than your 50%. And so I'll grab some of those too. Okay. So those are like just some ideas. So Mary Kay has always said if they place a $40 order, to do the gift with purchase, I personally do 50 or more. Okay. If they do less than 50, I just do like a little sample baggie. But honestly, all my customers get a sample baggie from me always. I pre-make them. So all I got to do is grab them and stick them in my order. Another thing I like to put in my sample baggies are like self-care cards or scripture cards. I have both. So scripture cards, you can grab a box of those for $5, either on Amazon or if you're at Hobby Lobby, they've got some. And they're so stinking cute. They're like $5 and they come with like, I think 50 in a box. So it's pretty cheap. And then self-care cards, like maybe take a hot bath today, you're worth it, or, just like a sweet little note or whatever. I found those at Five Below, and so I'm just running those out. So I just like to stick something sweet in there. So no matter if it's a sample or a gift with purchase, make it look special, make them feel special, okay? Number 5, use the tools Mary Kay has provided for you. Okay, so a lot of y'all are brand spanking new and you probably have no idea what's out there, but Mary Kay has put together some of the easiest ways to track your customers. Okay, so first of all, there are, of course, just like any technology, glitches in some things. Okay, I personally always go to Mary Kay in touch, and then I click business tools and go down to my customers. Okay. And all my customers, I can input her name, address, phone number, all that jazz. And then when she orders from me, you can then input her order and just save it. And that way, like, okay, let's say she orders a foundation of a specific shade. Okay. When you start having a million customers, we all going to get to a million eventually. Okay. But when you start having a 50, 75, 200, I'm at 500 over the last 6 years. You guys, I don't know what color foundation y'all wear. Like, I don't remember, okay? I know we matched it up. I know we wrote it down, but I don't remember. So I've got to go to her profile and look it up, okay? So the other thing, so that you don't have to always log in, once you have put it in the system under In Touch, there's an app called My Customers. And you can literally search your customers and find all the info that you have already put into In Touch. Okay. I like to put it in on In Touch, and then I just use My Customers app for references. Okay. Does that make sense? Because I feel like the app doesn't always completely update when I try to add it. But if I'm just looking something up, it has it. Does that make sense? Okay. So I love the My Customers app. The other thing is the customer delivery service is good, especially if you're going to send her a bunch of product, okay? Because I think it's flat rate shipping. So I think it's like $6 or $7, whereas now I'm going to be honest with y'all, I decided because I didn't want to spend money ordering, I don't know. I just decided to grab some pink mailboxes, like boxes to box up products, and from Amazon. And it is cost me a little bit more to ship it, but I think it looks better than just getting some cardboard box. Like it's a pink box that gets delivered. It does cost me a little bit more, but I just think I don't know. I think when she's a brand spanking new customer, I want her to have this really good experience. And I've been facialing women that are not in South Carolina, like Idaho and Missouri and Michigan and places I've never even been, just from working on social media. So I want to make a good impression. So I've been doing pink boxes that I found on Amazon. But if they're seasoned, okay, they're seasoned girls, customer delivery service is great. You can add the 2 samples for free. Okay. In that, Mary Kay doesn't charge you for those samples. Also, if you're putting people in on My Customers and you put their email, Mary Kay automatically sends them like automated emails about Mary Kay products when they first release and things like that. Okay. So I think that's really awesome. Okay. Last thing on these Mary Kay tools, okay? Customer, the preferred customer program. Do y'all know what this is? Preferred customer program is where Mary Kay, when our new catalogs release, okay, Mary Kay ships those catalogs to the customers of your choosing, and it only charges you 70 cents per customer. Okay, less than 3/4 for each customer. So Here's what's great. And I have a video that walks you through how to set up your preferred customer program if you've never done that. And I will add all the new consultants to that specific group so you guys can see that. But our deadline for the next catalog, because we have a catalog coming out in May. Okay. So to register your customers to get that specific catalog, you have to do that by April 17th. April 17th. And you literally only pay 70 cents per catalog mailed, and it includes a sample inside the catalog. And every time we get a new catalog, we have new seasonal items that Mary Kay releases. So they're usually real excited to get that new catalog in the mail. And y'all, you cannot order those catalogs and mail them for that cost. Like, you cannot. I have had like extra catalogs. It's still going to cost me $2 to $3 to ship a catalog, rather than I'll just pay Mary Kay 70 cents. Okay. So it's actually a really good price. Okay. Last thing, or excuse me, number 6, follow up is key. Okay. Be sure you are following up after her appointment and after she places an order with you. Send her a quick message. Hey girl, how's your skin doing? Are you loving your product? Blah, blah, blah. Send her a thank you note in the mail. People don't do that anymore. Have y'all been to a birthday party or a wedding and you took a gift and then you never heard anything? You don't even know if she likes it. Okay, people don't do that anymore. And I think there is something special about getting a little piece of mail that's not a bill. I send y'all a lot of mail because I know how it feels to get bills all the time. And I like to brighten up your mailbox, okay? So I try to send my customers thank you cards or a postcard. It doesn't matter, but just say thank you. I think it's a big deal. And if you're gonna do a card, I do a lot of postcards because they're a lot cheaper to mail. But if you do a card, maybe throw in some eyeshadow samples. They're flat, so they don't cost any more to mail. And put that in her thank you card. Now I try to do 2-day follow-up. Now I'm not perfect, okay? I am so not perfect, but I do try to do a 2-day follow-up. I know for fact I do at least a 1 to 2 week follow-up after her, using her products. And then follow up again 2 months later. And here's how I keep up with the 2-month thing. When the new catalog comes out, I follow up with all my customers because I can't track on what month it is. So when the new catalog comes out, I always follow up. Okay. Does that make sense? I just think that's a good way to keep her happy with the product she's using, is asking, because a lot of times they feel like they're going to offend you if they tell you they don't like something, but if you ask, she'll be honest, I think. Okay. So number 7, I know earlier I talked about this, but just to really remind your people that satisfaction guarantee is a big deal. Okay. When you do a party, when you do a facial, following up, whatever, just remember, hey girl, you got that satisfaction guarantee. So, especially when a girl is about to buy some new skincare and she's worried, like, I'm going to spend this and then what if it doesn't work for my skin or whatever? Just tell her, like, hey girl, if it doesn't work, I'll exchange it for you. I think that brings confidence in our products, but also she can trust us to do what's good for her. Okay. So those are the 7 customer service tips. Now I want to give you some keep it simple, sweetie tips. Okay. Just how to keep it simple with your customers. So use the My Customers app for your sales tickets. Pre-profile your guests. So when I do Facebook parties and stuff, I always ask them, is your skin more oily, more dry, more combination, both? Tell me about your skin. Right? So that I'm getting her the right products to try. Okay. When I do in-person appointments, I always try to ask her, hey, I'm going to make you a goodie bag. I just want to know if you prefer more skincare or makeup. And that way, when I make her sample goodie bag, it's either skincare or makeup in her samples. Okay. Um, um, so I do have these little stickers that I get from Amazon that say, "Thank you for supporting my small business." Okay. I think you can spend like $8 to $10 for 100 of those stickers. They're so stinking cute. And I put them on everything to close the envelope of a thank you note. I put it on the corner of a gift bag. I always like put my hostess promotion in a box. And then gift with purchase. So you can pre-make a lot of your stuff so that it's still customized and cute. And so when you have an extra 30 minutes to an hour, maybe go ahead and take time to make some goodie bags or some sample bags or whatever. Okay. The other thing that I do to make the customer feel special is their birthday. I like to make their birthday feel like super big. They do get a birthday card in the mail for me, but here I found this the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to start doing this. So, you know how you can go to the Dollar Tree and get like a pack of like pink balloons or something, okay? And then you can also get like a pack of candles, okay? So birthday gifts for your customers, you could do a birthday card with one pink balloon, one candle, okay, and some samples, and then literally mail it to her, okay? It's so exciting. So I always do like a promo for her birthday month if she spends, if she comes and does a facial with me to update her look or whatever, then I'll do 10% off her entire order for that whole month. But you got to follow up with her or she's not going to remember to use that. You know what I mean? I think that's pretty much. Okay, so I know a lot of people are always like, where do you get all your shipping boxes? And where do you get this? And where do you get that? Y'all, seriously, stickers and postcards. A lot of that comes from the Court of Achievers. Okay. My bags and tissue paper, most of the time come from the Dollar Tree. Or if they're on sale at Hobby Lobby, I will grab gift bags there. And then, of course, the balloons, the candles, Dollar Tree. Tissue paper, I get from the Dollar Tree because you can get a big old pack of like 20 to 50 sheets of tissue, colorful, for like $1. Now, my boxes, okay, my pink boxes come from Amazon. Like, seriously, Dollar Tree, Amazon, those are the only, and Court of Achievers. That's really where I get all of my supplies, okay? That makes sense? Okay. I hope this helped you guys kind of get an idea of what I do with my customers and all of that. Who has questions? Under promise, over deliver. Thank you, Raquel. I was like, why am I struggling with this? Under promise, over deliver. I like it.
Hey, Nikki, I was just going to ask you kind of when we do promotions or especially like your hostess kind of promotions, like what, I guess I'm kind of struggling with what to do there because, I mean, I know you've done like $100 or something, but then I'm like, what if they have two people? What if they, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, where's that kind of balance?
Okay, so I have done $100, but that's when I'm like, I don't always do that. Okay. That's when I'm like really in need of like some parties on my date book. Okay. Other than that, I have always done the triple hostess program, and this is really fun. I can send you an image of it. So that you can like post it, you can print it out or whatever, but she gets a gift from me and it's just like a random gift. Okay. So just maybe something that you have overload of in your inventory. A gift for me just for holding and not changing the date, like not rescheduling. Okay. Now she also will get no matter, as long as she has at least 4, I think it's 4 people at her party, I do let her do the $75 of Mary Kay for only $35. So it's a little more than a 50%, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's something better than nothing. So, and that way she's not stressed out if she doesn't have any sales. She's still getting a good deal, if that makes sense, just for introducing me to new people. And then the third piece of that is that she will either get 10%, 15%, or 20% of the sales in free product. So here's the stipulations for that. 10% of sales if nobody books a party. 15% of the sales if one girl books a party. And 20% if 2 people book a party. So she knows that. So she is trying to get her friends to book a party so she can get a higher percentage in free stuff, And I always, when I'm like coaching a girl to be a hostess, like she's booked a party with me, I always print that little card off and I mail it to her in the mail so that she knows, like, this is like what you're going to get. Thank you. I'm so excited. I'll be there, rain or shine or whatever. Does that make sense? That answer you? I think that's what I would do if I were in your position. I think you kind of had something similar kind of going on with whatever you posted.
Yeah, I seen, so when I went to the one last time, I heard her say to the hostess, she gave her $20 for booking and not changing the date. And then she gave her $20 for anyone that booked a party. I want to say there was one other thing, but I can't remember. And then I think she gave her
probably does the $100 free to party with me. And it's if she had outside orders of $100, she gets another $20.
Okay.
And then if her party does X amount, then she gets another. I don't know. I've seen that before. But it overwhelmed me, and I thought maybe it might overwhelm a hostess. So she just tries to get people there she kind of knows. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I can send you what I got, and then you choose what you want to do, Trina. This is your business. So whatever makes you happy and makes you feel confident because if you're not sold out on your hostess program, your hostess won't be either. So you got to be very confident, like, this is so exciting. Like, I'm doing 3 things for you. You get a freebie thing from me. And if it's an in-person appointment, or even if it's virtual, you can literally get her to take a picture of her free gift just for holding her appointment. You know what I'm saying? And inviting all her people and sending you the addresses. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get her to celebrate that on her group, or get her to open it in front of everybody at the in-person.
Okay.
Anybody else got questions? All right. So here's what we're going to do. I want you guys to unmute and tell me what your takeaway is today from the event. Like, just from the training, like, what is your favorite thing that you heard? What are you excited about? What resonated with you? Nobody. It's okay.
I think for me, it would be to use some more of the tools because I've tried to, I guess it's been a catch-22. Like, I've had some, orders the way they come in. So like I'm running to the store, grabbing like a bag and tissue. And then because it's a balance. Like, I don't want to buy all this stuff. But now I'm like, oh, I don't have anything. So I ordered some like pink bubble mailers and, try to add the samples. And I just found those dollar lotions that you were talking about. So like including some of that, but I think using more of the tools to help like send the emails or keep up with birthdays or,
Right.
things like that.
Right. So exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else want to share what your takeaways are, Raquel?
So she literally took my answer. I
It's
was getting
okay.
ready to say it and she spoke. I was like, no, that's mine. But honestly, the other one that I need to do better with is follow up.
Mm,
I need to ensure that I continue to follow up because you can do steps 1 through 5, but if you fail to follow up, you're potentially undoing everything that you did prior to that. So that kind of hit home for me where I was like, oh, it's kind of key. If I go through all those steps, but miss that final step, I'm going to potentially lose her. So
So,
that's
just
what I
to
want.
kind of for our newbies, y'all, especially when you work another job, okay, your focus from 9 to 5 or whatever you work is that job, right? So, and then you come home and, you have a family, you have kids, you have a household to take care of and manage. You guys, I want you to just maybe set aside, just pick one day a week to do your follow up. Like, don't feel like you got to come home. Oh my gosh, I did a facial 2 days ago. I need to follow up with her. No, you can set it up to be Friday nights or Saturday mornings to do your follow ups. Just make a list of who you need to follow up with and do it that one day a week. And don't stress over how many days has it been since I followed up. And if you did a facial, I don't know, 3-4 weeks ago or something, and you haven't followed up, just say, "Hey, girls, your long lost Mary Kay girl, how you doing?" Like just make it sweet and fun, and do the follow up, even if it's been a while. Okay. But it's not meant. Mary Kay's not meant to be stressful. It's meant to be fun. So don't stress the little things. Okay. Anybody else want to share? We got Tammy or Crystal on.
Well, you basically said what I was thinking because I'm a supervisor and I work 8 to 4:30 Monday through Friday for customer service. And we have this motto that we go by when we talk to our customers to make them feel special. Is the we're here, we care. So I am going to adopt that same attitude with my Mary Kay business, but pump it up with your ideas of making the customer feel even more special with the gift bags, the follow-ups, and just put everything in my calendar so that it'll pop up each day.
Yeah.
Hey, I work a full-time job, but I don't have to follow up with that customer till Saturdays.
Right.
Because I've been stressing how I was going to do both. But
Good.
I'm going to set aside a day and just make it that day, which will probably be Saturdays.
All of you ladies, like, I know Trina's in charge at work, Raquel's in charge, Tammy's in charge, Crystal's in charge. Like, that's why y'all are in Mary Kay, because you can handle it. You know what I mean? So don't. I know what it's like to do another job and to do Mary Kay. Don't get me wrong. Like, I haven't done this full time, like the whole time. So don't feel like you've got to do what Nikki Smith does. You put your own spin on it, okay? I just wanted to give you guys some ideas. Crystal, you want to share what your takeaway is? She's still here, yeah.
I'm currently dealing with a dog, but
The
in the
cutest
rain.
dog
I don't think y'all
ever.
can see her. My takeaway is I need to come up with my hostess stuff and figure out what we're gonna do with that whenever I get my first hostess.
Sounds good. And if you need anything, Crystal, I'll help you. But the joy of Mary Kay is like making your own hostess program. Like, you don't have to go by what the company tells you, you decide. Isn't that exciting? I do like that freedom of choice. All right, guys. Well, I'm excited. I'm gonna make like a slideshow of announcements. You guys are gonna be getting a pink mailer for me in the mail, so be on the lookout. It's got lots of fun stuff in there. And if you need anything, send me a Voxer message and I can hook you up.
Can I ask you one more thing, Nikki? So the event in May
Yeah.
that can you give a little bit more detail, like exactly what that?
Okay, so every couple of months we have a Mary Kay event. Okay, there's 2 corporate events a year. Okay, that's Career Conference, which happened in April, and then in March, and then we have seminar. Okay, and that'll be in July or August. Holly is our national sales director. She's a girl who's trained me. I'm actually going to see her tomorrow and be in her house and get trained by her. So she puts on 1, 2, I think 3 events a year for us, and it's just for our national area. Okay. So it's more intimate. You really get to touch. I mean, all of y'all have seen at least a video or a training with Holly in it. But you really get to meet the girl at the top in our lineage. Okay. The other thing is that she's a small town girl just like us. Okay. And she puts on these events, and I mean, like, if she always, like, whenever she's like stressed out, is because she's like, she loves to make these events a big deal for us. Okay. So at the event, Holly trains, and all the top directors in certain things train. Okay. And they are from our specific area. So, like, if for some reason I'm a achiever at the top or whatever, then she'll have me train, okay, on specific topics. So it's going to be a lot of education for your business. Okay. It is $45. It's a 2-day event. It's a Friday night and then Saturday most of the day. Okay. It's going to be in Westminster, which is like right there in Seneca. Okay. Like, if you've ever been to Seneca or Clemson, y'all probably know where Clemson is. Okay. So I'll usually get a hotel for Friday night so that I don't have to drive back and forth. So for a hotel like that, if you want to stay by yourself, then it's like $100, I think. I like staying by myself because I have a toddler and a husband and 2 dogs that are always on top of me. So I'm like so excited to sleep in the bed by myself. Like, this is great. So, and I don't like to share the shower either. I want to take my time. I don't want to schedule. So it's up to you guys though. But there's a lot of consultants that like to share rooms, and I'm for it. I ain't against it. I did it before. I don't know. Just have a time. I think it's after having a kid. But anyway, so I usually stay at a little hotel in Clemson that's like by these shopping centers. I probably shouldn't stay there, but I totally do. Because it's like right there at TJ Maxx. So at the event, she is gonna have, I think she does she do dinner Friday night? Let me look at the flyer. I think she does. I'll update y'all, but I know for a fact you'll have lunch Saturday provided. I think she does dinner Friday night. I'm pretty sure. Or maybe it's breakfast in the morning. I don't know, but there's 2 meals included in that. Okay. So it's like meat and potatoes training for your business. Okay. The whole entire event is $45 and it's tax write off. Like, you're going to meet more girls who have been in Mary Kay for years, more girls who are brand spanking new. Yeah, I'll actually post the hotel that I usually stay at. I'll post it in our Voxer group for you guys. Our goal is to have 10 girls there at the event. I don't like to go by myself. Events are not fun by yourself. But so I will be there. Like, I don't miss events because I think the women who show up at events move up in their business. They get what they need. They get that inspiration. They get that meat and potatoes, what to go do next. Things that you may not even have never thought of, and every director works their business their own way. So you're going to see and hear so much from different perspectives, but you get your Mary Kay cup filled with a whole lot of Jesus and a whole lot of inspired women that you're not going to get at your typical company event. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
More intimate is so good and worth every single minute.
Okay.
All right. Does that answer your question?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you. I wanted to see. I figured it was like a training, but I wanted to make sure.
So
like
Holly's in charge of that event, but there is going to be 2 other nationals there. One is from Columbia, South Carolina, and one is from Florida, I think is where she lives. I have heard both of them speak, and like seriously, I could just sit at their feet and just listen to them the whole time because they're so good. But Holly has not had any other national join her at a May race in 5 years. So this is kind of a big deal. Okay. I'm super excited. When these 3 specific nationals were together 5 years ago, I went home and earned my first car the next month. Because I don't know, it all clicked for me, and all 3 of their perspectives. It was a big deal. That May race changed my whole career. So it was a big deal.
Okay.
All right, you guys. Well, I hope that y'all will. If you do decide to come to May race, please let me know so I can add you to my little. I always make goodie bags for all the girls who are coming. So y'all make sure you let me know you're coming so I can make your goodie bag. Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, you guys have a good night. Thank you for hopping on. And if y'all need anything, message me on Voxer. Bye, guys.
All right. Bye.
The recording has